Introducing from Benton Harbor, Michigan, weighing 285 pounds, Bobo, Brazil. And from Memphis, Tennessee, weighing 230 pounds, David Price.
The conditions, most falls to curfew. The opponents, Bobo, Brazil, and David Price. Brazil pushes Price to the ropes. When Bobo, Brazil came by on his way to the ring, he says, I would think they better take David and have a doctor get a look at him. Which I'm sure they will. They'll check after what happened when Harley Race gave David Von Erich a suplex on the concrete floor. After Race had been trapped in the iron claw right in the middle of the ring and looked in desperate trouble. It looked as though Race was just about finished. And then Harley reached out, grabbed referee Charles Venator, and drove Venator into Von Erich. With the referee down, Race then pitched David Von Erich outside the ring, gave him the suplex on the concrete floor. Then he crawled up the top rope. He was arguing with Venator. I'm sure Kerry Von Erich, seeing on the closed circuit sets that are in the dressing rooms, realizing that David had been hurt, and seeing that Race was up on the top rope, knowing the situation was out of control, had to be afraid that Race might be ready to jump on his own brother, on David. So naturally, Kerry came down to look out for his brother, and Bobo, Brazil, and Spike Huber also came out to see if they could help in restoring some order. The official verdict, Race disqualified. The result, well, a lot of anger on the part of Kerry Von Erich, I'm sure. And certainly a score that David Von Erich will be looking to settle along the way against Harley Race somewhere. I'm curious about Race's point of view. Beleaguered, certainly right in the middle of everything. He had a terrific match with David Von Erich. He got into trouble at the end. Now he's got to step right out of the frying pan to the fire against Kerry. And you saw what Kerry did to Tim Leonard. Think how psyched up Kerry's going to be when he squares off with Race. Think how psyched up Briscoe and Patera are going to be. And they get in that ring with no rules, essentially. No strangling. That's about it. Anything else goes when Briscoe and Patera lock horns in the first Texas death match in St. Louis since March the 25th of 1977. Sam Muchnick had said he would never again present a Texas death match, but only through the pleas, the arguments, the good arguments of Jack Briscoe and the stature that Briscoe has in the wrestling business. Because of all that, Sam Muchnick has lifted his ban on Texas death matches, at least in this one instance, with Briscoe and Patera in a Texas death match. Anything goes. The winner declared, essentially, when one man cannot go on.
5 minutes left, 5 minutes.
Bobo, Brazil dropping Price with an elbow smash to the top of the head. Knee lift by Bobo, Brazil. That sends Price flying. Brazil twists the arm and Price cries out. Interesting contrast on that upcoming card. You have the death match. Virtually anything going. You have the bad feeling between Kerry Von Erich and Harley Race. That certainly won't be any Sunday school picnic. Then you got a match in there, Pat O'Connor against Billy Robinson. Two of the finest scientific wrestlers ever to step inside a squared circle anywhere. Robinson and O'Connor. That'll be something totally different, and I guess it gives you a touch and a taste of everything in one program. Sergeant Slaughter coming in, big and mean. Von Roschke there, Rufus R. Jones. Look at the day's card here on Wrestling at the Chase. Look at the names. Look at that main event. Harley Race and David Von Erich. Here's Bobo, Brazil against a tough young customer, David Price. Price pounding on Brazil. Brazil pounds right back. That's one big man. He's about 6'6", comes in around 285, 290 pounds. Bobo, a native of East St. Louis, of course. Well, he makes his home now in Benton Harbor, Michigan. That punch spins David Price and drops him. Bobo was a tremendous baseball player before he went into wrestling. Played first base, had great power, obviously.
Bad hands.
Did you see him play?
No, but I'd say he must have had bad hands, but he's got good hands in that ring, the way he's
so
chopping
big.
around. Oh, my God.
Take a baseball, make it look like a golf ball.
Good target to throw to, too, at first base.
Yeah, that's for sure. I think Gary Templeton can find him, don't you?
He better move like Keith Hernandez.
Brazil giving David Price a taste of his own medicine. That upsets Charles Venator, who's had a pretty rough day anyhow. Give the referee some credit. He took a hard bounce himself when he was thrown into David Von Erich. In fact, when he left the ring, he was still trying to regain his bearings, but he realized what had happened, that it was Race's fault, and he made the correct decision. He made the right call. He disqualified Race. Brazil's head slammed into the buckle. Slammed there again. I don't think Bobo's too impressed. 3 times is a charm. Oh, Bobo takes a look at him. He wanted to nail him, and Price goes scooting across the ring and says, wait a minute.
He was trying to get his head size that time.
Did you see the eyes on Bobo? Mickey almost fell off the chair. No wonder Price ran across that ring. I think Bobo was a little upset. Price tentatively reaches out that hand, and Brazil brings Price right out of the corner.
2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
It's most falls to curfew between Bobo, Brazil, and David Price. No falls yet. Brazil tosses Price to the ropes, ducks underneath, rolls over. Price still flying over the top. Brazil winning with a hip toss. A lot of strength right there. Bobo took him off his feet with one arm, and Price comes in around 230 pounds. Bobo grapevines the leg side suplex. Nicely delivered by Bobo Brazil, the side suplex. He shoved off the top, though, Brazil is, by David Price, hanging in there after the hard side suplex. Bobo grapevines the leg a second time in, slams Price down. That might turn the trick. Oh, hey, Price, tough boy, hanging in there after 2 side suplexes. Price throws a punch in the midsection. I think he's doing it on instinct now. And so he's just flailing away. He arm whips Brazil into the corner, charges in. Brazil catches him with his legs. Oh! That's a way to get a headache. The heel right into the head.
1 minute left. 1 minute.
The headbutt from Bobo Brazil. Brazil levels Price to the headbutt. He's on top, and he has the pin. Bobo Brazil with the headbutt. And you have to give David Price a little credit. He hung in there after those 2 side suplexes, and he really put the pressure on Bobo Brazil, but Brazil had it when it counted, and that headbutt finished it off. That's the only fall we're going to fit into curfew, so that makes Bobo Brazil the winner of the match. Here's Mick.
With time running out, the winner of the only fall with the headbutt and the match, Bobo Brazil.
Bobo Brazil with the victory over David Price, and that's greeted with a lot of cheers here in the KPLR TV studio. Bobo.